Well, look what we caught on the worm. I haven't caught one of these for a long time. Good old gudgeon. He took that big worm. Well, there you go. Not a monster gudgeon by any means, but a gudgeon. Hope you can see him. Don't know how I've got the camera set to be on it. Let's put you back. So, gudgeon on worm. Good morning, folks. Before I tell you where I am and what the plan is for today, I would just like to mention that I've received a great deal more views recently on my videos, for which I'm very, very grateful. And looking at the sort of data that YouTube provides us, us being people who create videos, a lot of those views are from new watchers, if you like, or new viewers. So thank you very much for all of you who have found the channel and viewed it. And also I've actually had quite a few more subscribers, so a big thank you to those people as well. And to the rest of you new viewers, if you would like to subscribe, obviously you will be alerted for new videos and what have you. Anyway, that's just a little sort of mention before I start. Now, I've come to the River Great Ouse today, actually on a back channel of the Great Ouse, and you may hear some background noise, which is actually a whirlpool. And I walked for over 20 minutes to get here, so it was a bit of a commitment. And I fished it last July and caught quite a lot of dace and roach. There was a bit more flow then than now, and I was hoping to repeat that. So I've come for a sort of roach and dace session. I'm not after my favourite chub today. But when I got here, I couldn't get to the water. There was just so many nettles and plants growing on this bank. And I spent the last 20 minutes with a small pair of scissors, just sort of clearing as much as I can. So I've cleared a spot. I'm not set up at all yet. I'm going to set up now. And hopefully with that little gap I've made in the vegetation, if there's any fish out there, we may get some. But it's not quite turned out as I planned, which is sort of normal for fishing, isn't it? The good news is I'm sitting under a tree. They actually said it was going to be overcast today when I looked at the weather forecast. Well, it's not overcast, it's bright sunshine, so that was wrong. But being under a tree, I'm in the shade, which is great news. So, as I say, I don't know what's going to come of today, but I'm sort of shattered already. 20-minute plus walk, over a kilometre, and over 20 minutes sort of with a pair of small sort of nail scissors, size scissors. They're little scissors I keep in my tackle bag just for sort of cutting line and putting hooks on the things. Not really designed for cutting down nettles, but it did it. So anyway, a lot of chatting here, so sorry about that. I'm going to set up now, and when I've set up I'll come back to you and explain what's happening. Well, folks, a good hour after I got here, I'm fishing. It's entirely different to what it was last July, but we'll give it a go and see what happens. I've got a corum rod here. They call them what they call it's a 1.1 test, 10 foot. They call it an all-rounder. Well, there we go, it's an all-rounder. And I've got a Shimano Xarge 1000, I think it is. I've stuck a label over it to tell me it's £5 line. So yeah, I think it's an Xarge 1000. So it's quite light tackle. Sort of roach and dace day today, really. If we're lucky. Look at that. I'll snap clutch off a bit, I think. Not that I'm expecting to catch anything massive here. I'm going to have to get rid of this branch up here. I've already broken a number of them off. But this one's going to be a problem as well. Can't reach it up. Ah, yeah. Oh well, where to start? Yeah, this is a pretty hostile place to fish, to be honest. Anyway, I've got maggots, I've got worms, 5-pound line as I say, but I've got a 4-pound short hook length on. It's a Drennan pre-tied with a 16 fine wire red hook, which will go well with the red maggots hopefully. Careful not to kick my maggots over today. There's not a lot of space here. I'm just going to put a couple on to start with, see if anything happens before I start throwing any in or catapulting any in. This is a really awkward place to fish. Just put a couple on. Got a small Owsley or bullet, not bullet, a bomb type ledger on. I think this line's twisted. It's in a good start. It looks very shallow out there. But we'll cast out and see what we get. No immediate interest, which is a bit worrying, because when I fished here last time the dace were on the maggots as soon as I cast in, so it's all not working out very well today. See a lot of weed out there. A bit further downstream. Oh, that's a bit worrying. It was teeming with dace last year. Stuck in weed. I've sort of given up on that. There's so much weed. There's another swim here just next door which I didn't bother with because it looked too shallow and there was hardly any flow. I can't actually see what's happening further downstream, but it's worth a try. If not, I think I'm going to have to move because all that bottom weed there, it just wasn't working. I don't think this tree was in the water last time I fished it. It's may have changed the whole characteristic of the place. I think I'm going to have a move. Because I can't see what I'm casting it into, to be honest. It's completely blind as to what's going on down there. One little touch on there. There's another spot I wanted to try right at the end of the other end of the stretch, which is another long walk. I don't know if I want to take that on, to be honest. Just one little tap on that, that's all I got. You see small fish swimming around down here. Caught in weed again. As I say, I can't really see what I'm casting into down there. Yes, tons of silkweed again. Oh dear, oh dear. Today has not worked out, has it? You can see lots of little tiny fish down there. I don't usually give in that easily, but I was getting really negative vibes about that spot. Tons of silkweed on the bottom. Other than one little tiny tap when I tried the second spot, nothing really. I see lots of very small fish. So yeah, now this is another long walk, I'm afraid. I'm going to go to the end of the trout stream, where if you watched my trout stream walk a couple of weeks or so ago, you'll see there's a swim at the end which is on the same back channel as I've just been on, but it looked quite interesting. But I really didn't want to do this much walking today, but I just had negative vibes. It all sort of went wrong from the start, didn't it? All that growth in front of me, so I've cut it down for someone else. Yeah. I could have done with it being overcast today. Anyway, I'll make my way to this other spot, assuming no one's in it, and spend a couple of hours there, just to save wasting the day completely. Well, this is the spot I was heading for, and I've reached. Unfortunately, like a tourist boat just went through. I didn't think boats were allowed on this back channel. I was actually debating before I came out today whether to fish this one or to fish the weir pool, and I thought the weir pool was a better bet, to be honest, because of the oxygenated water, but it was just dead. So I spend a little bit of time here. The unfortunate thing is those two rushes that are hanging over are going to make it very difficult to I was hoping to sort of go down the side of the rushes there, but that'd be impossible. But there we go. Anyway, I'm just going to have 5 minutes sit down to get over the walk, and unfortunately this one is out in the sun. I'm going to find a tree for 5 minutes and sit under that. Problem here, of course, is it's in the sun. That looked like a pool, didn't it? Yeah. It's certainly a lot more than we were getting the other place. Still having a go. Well, we haven't brought any weed up, which is good news. And now maggots sucked, but it's better than nothing at all. Probably walked about 2 kilometres today with fishing tackle. Not good. Let's put some more maggots in. I might as well use the maggots up. They will sort of gradually work their way down. Very, very light flow here. Oh, that was a good pull. Oh dear. Not hogging it now, am I? Oh, we're getting bites. That's a lot more than we were getting down the other place. I'm going to try holding the rod to see if that works. God, that's a good pull. Alright, we got him, I think, at last. We got him, folks. Yeah, little roach. So, we've saved the blank. We saved the blank. Can't get the hook out. Yeah, it's only a tiddly, but we saved the blank. I'm going to put a bit of corn on in the hope that perhaps it'll pick up a big one. Well, I had one tap on the rod top with corn, and when I brought it in there was no corn, so it didn't give me much of a chance to do that, did it? Anyway, I bought some worms as well. I've done a whole hog today. I thought there might be some perch around. So let's try a worm, shall we? Put a maggot on to keep it on. Yeah, I'm annoyed really that today was supposed to be overcast. Didn't really want to sit out in the sun all day, but there we go. Let's pull this down a little bit. A bit shorter. See if there's any perchies down there that may be interested. Well, we've got another massive fish, folks. I think it's a bit bigger than the last one. I tried corn, but that doesn't seem to produce anything. I think they get the bigger fish, but maggots seems to be the only thing that's working. Worms work, but they just put them off. Yeah, so fish number 2, little roachy. Yeah. Where's the time? It's just gone midday. I wasn't going to stay too long today, but having moved, I've only been here about, well, less than an hour really. So need to stay a bit longer. Just a bit peeved that the sun's out like this. It really did say it was going to be overcast today. Obviously, there's some cloud cover supposed to have blown in, but didn't happen. Supposed to be a maximum of I think 22 or something today. I'm sure it's more than that. I think they got it wrong today. I think something must be caught because that didn't cast properly at all. threw some maggots in down here and it was swarmed on by small fish. That's all that's happening, I think. Oh, God. Let's come on, that thing is something's not casting right now. Amazing, isn't it? I had a loop of line on my reel that got that was stopping me casting properly. So I just dropped the edge weight down here while I was trying to untangle the line, and yeah, we got a perch. So perhaps we're fishing in the wrong place. I think I need my disgorger. It's at the bottom there. Right, okay. Yeah, he sort of took it while I was messing about trying to sort out a tangle in the line. Don't let it go do this. Let's put this down there. I don't want to lose me discord. Alright. Lost him. Oh, he's a rigger. In lovely condition perch, so even though he's only small. Come on, put your fins up. Come on. No, you're not going to do it, are you? There we go. Well, as that perch took my maggots just literally down in front of me, should we try putting a worm down there? Shoulder little fish there. Oh, that was a good pull. Should have got that. Oh, how did I miss that? Right, okay, let's hold the rod this time. Shoal of small fish there. Yeah. Wow. Look what we caught on the worm. I haven't caught one of these for a long time. Good old gudgeon. He took that big worm. Well, there you go. Not a monster gudgeon by any means, but a gudgeon. I hope you can see him. I don't know how I've got the camera set to be on it. Let's put you back. So, gudgeon on worm. So we've had perch, roach and gudgeon. Mixed bag. Unfortunately all very small. Now, tipped all the worm stuff all over me. It's a bit late getting here this morning because I had to go to tackle shop on the way. I didn't know what I was going to do this week, so I hadn't bought any bait in advance. Then I had this bright idea of coming to the weir pool, which I thought would be all aerated water, so be great. Lots of dace like last year. Not a touch. Just goes to show, doesn't it? Little gudgeon. Sounds like my boat's coming back in. I'm sure this is not a boat channel, but what do? They're obviously giving visitors a tour of the backwaters. They must go all the way up and come back again, because there's no way out at the other end. Yeah, there's no way out. It just ends up at the weir where I was fishing before. So they'll no doubt come back again. It's obviously some new sort of touristy or visitory thing to give you a ride around the back channels, which I always thought were free of boat traffic, but there we go. Something playing with it. Come on, take it. Go on, bang, bang, bang. I think we may have got him. I don't know what it is. It would be a little tiny roach on worm. Right. So they obviously turn around just up here. Yeah, I'm getting much better bites on worms, so we carry on with the worms. Well, these fish are masters at getting the bait off the hook without getting hooked. They just suck the maggots dry, and this. All you get is sort of a few taps on the rod top, nothing you could really hit. And they manage to get worms off as well. It's all quite amazing, really. I think I've hooked it this time. It may look a bit better fish actually. Nothing special, but it certainly looks a little bit better. Probably fall off now, having said that. Yeah, that's probably the best one today. Well, I don't know. Disgorge a job. Yeah, all right, mate. Aye. It's got very pale fins for a roach. I think it may be a little bream. Yeah, I think it may be a little bream actually. Which makes another species if it is. It's all got caught up in the discordia now. There we go. I seem to have more success hooking them on worms than I do on maggots. Thought I might have picked up another perch on worms. Those all seem to have vanished in here with all the hiding. I'm sure there's more in here than this. Here we go. Very fragile, these worms. That's probably why they put them off the hook so easy. It's already come off. One bit's come off the hook already. You just put it on. Oh yeah, that was a good bite. I think it's another gudgeon. They certainly bold biters, gudgeon, aren't they? Second gudgeon of the day. I don't want to drop him, so there we go. Oh, the worm's fallen off now. It's still there. Oh no, there it is. The gudgeon like the worms. Certainly the easiest things to hit, the gudgeon. They really bang the rod around. I can almost feel them taking it on the way down, you know. Straight away. This feels a bit better. Oh, it's a perch, that's why. Certainly the best fish of the day, I think. Almost too big to swing. Oh, that's certainly our best fish of the day. Certainly our fish of the day, folks. Just hooked in the edge there. Let's see if I can hold you without losing you. Ah, look at that. You put your fin up for us. Well done. Yeah, that's our best fish today. I think I'm going to have to pack up soon. I'm getting far too hot sitting here. Pity really, but there we go. I nearly ended up on that reed again. If I cast in and keep my finger on the line, I can feel the fish going for these maggots on the way down. Got him that time. I think that's another small bream, isn't it? Yeah, it's not roach, is it? Wrong colour. Yeah, I think I may have to call it a day because I'm getting far too hot here.
Sorry, mate.
Sorry.
I didn't realise boats use this channel.
The woman told us to come up here.
Yeah, I think I may call it a day. It hasn't really worked out. Plan A was a complete disaster. And Plan B, it's not bad here, I like it here actually, but I didn't expect boats, I must admit, because it's actually not the boat channel, it's the back channel. Maybe canoes or kayaks, yeah, you'd expect, but not pleasure boats. Yeah, one more cast and then I'll pack up because I'm really hot. Yeah, we got him that time. All the same now, aren't they? Smallish roach. I'm not sure. So I think they may be roach bream hybrids, really, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, that's it, folks, I think. Just to crown it all, this one swallowed it. Okay, let's just get this line tight so I can get some tension on the hook. There we go. Yep, that's it, folks. Well, I think it's fair to say things didn't quite work out as planned today. Yeah, I'd all worked out in my mind as usual. I'd watched one of my own videos back in July last year, fishing that Whirlpool, and it worked quite well. I caught a lot of dace, roach, so that was the plan, but on getting there, I had 20 minutes clearing away to fish, which all turned out to be a bit of a waste really, because basically I wasn't getting a bite. I'm under a tree at the moment trying to keep cool, if you wonder why my face is in shadow. Yeah, I quickly formed a very negative sort of opinion of that spot. There was another spot just downstream of it which I just dipped into, but I had one tap and that was it really. Yeah, so I reluctantly decided to move, and I moved to a spot which I'd been thinking about coming to. It was a sort of decision I made before I left, whether I went to the first spot or the second spot. I didn't go to the second spot originally because basically I knew it was going to be hot there, and I preferred to sit under the tree, but as it is, I moved there and I got very hot. I'm absolutely baking now. I'm standing under the tree hoping to cool down a bit before I make my way back to the car, which is quite a long walk. Yeah, I'm going to be exhausted by the time I get back there. Anyway, we caught a few fish, nothing really special, but we did catch a few fish, which is good. There's one decent perch, or half decent anyway. So thanks for watching, and thanks to the people who give me likes, and to the followers, subscribers. The words are not coming out at the moment. I'm totally whacked, to be honest, so apologies for the rambling. Yeah, so thanks to everybody. I don't know where next time, but we'll see how it goes. And for now, it's bye and cheers. I made it back to the car. Touch and go, actually. The last few hundred yards, I was just forcing one foot in front of the other, really. God dear, oh dear. I had a couple of sit-downs on the way, but boy, oh boy, yeah. I think genuinely overdone it today. I got this Apple Watch thing, and it was telling me my average walking heart rate is 158, which is a bit high, really. I think there used to be a thing that to get your maximum heart rate, you took your age away from 220. Well, that gives me a maximum of about 142, so yeah, I don't know. Anyway, just to let you know, got back to the car. I'm going home now, air conditioning on. Until next time, bye.